They'll be calling you a radical. Here we go. Here we go. The PR propaganda machine in full flight. These cheating, lying, evil, sick bastards. So, anybody who's still pro-nuclear, I want you to look at this. Belofonti, and I don't mean Harry, as he did those beautiful renditions of those incredible slave freaking poetry. That old slave poetry goes all the way back. You know, he redid those incredible, you know, the banana song, you know, the surfing sun. As we lift, we get on our knees, we cut the cane. You know, as this is so evil. They put this out on Mother's Day. Belofonti, this comes out, now hear me out, TVA. Charles Crutch, the artist in Knoxville, you know, Oak Ridge, Tennessee. I spent so much time there at the Megan Rice trial. Who's that? Y12, Y25, nuclear waste, it's everywhere, it's everything. It's been, so we, you know, we'll go back to the sugar wars. Alexander Hamilton. I'm the guy that got Hamilton's grave restored before anybody started. I'm so glad the play rightfully should have won all those awards. And I'm so glad it's the African American community that sport, because he was the first great abolitionist, the great doing the slave trades. And I'm going to get into this, my beautiful, incredible, some of the great, this is how they play. This is how the PR machines in San Francisco and Calgary, Canada play. This is how they play. You know, Mothers for Peace, some of the greatest human rights activists in the history of mankind. So now this PR machine in San Francisco, I want people to very much know all the pro-nuclear PR machines with billions and trillions of dollars are in San Francisco and Calgary. You know, they run out of the House of Windsor, freaking Hillary's emails, go catch a Johnny Stick, freaking Fox News, who writes the narrative for Fox News. And if you don't believe this, you don't believe me, ask Dr. Scheer. I know Dr. Scheer personally. Ask him. He knew Teller. Sit in the hot room, eat pizza in San Jose. Ask his stories. Go, you know, he's still at USC. They haven't railroaded him yet. They will. I know Perry personally. You know, I know all these players. I knew John Gutman. I was at Berkeley in 1979. The artist. You know, ask Lauren Monet. Ask her, the whistleblower there. These people all know these people personally. Ask Google. Ask Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg's whose grandson? Harvard again. Ask fucking Sheila, the CEO, her husband from the Bay Area. David, dead, Trotsky to the head. What? Four Seasons comes right out and says, hello. He was never even on our property. Nothing. She's still Walt Disney at that age. I mean, come on. This whole thing is a monarchy. New World or no, it's old. It's the same old monarchy. May Brussels right there, 1980. If the czars had network television, they would still be in power. Well, they got it back through network television. They got in power. The czars are back, Putin. You know, this is being run, the PR out of San Francisco. Look, San Francisco Bay. The San Francisco Bay Area hates the environment more than any humans in the history of mankind. Ever. Barack Obama, not the worst president, not the worst leader, the worst human being to the environment in the history of mankind. Go back to BP. Could have been mom shut. He allowed British Petroleum, private security to seal off all. I talked to people down there. He allowed them to spreeze illegal disbursement for weeks and weeks and weeks. The Navy wanted him to bomb a ship. You know, eugenics on Balco, you know. Who's John Holdren? I mean, come on. This girl, all right to the Bay. Stanford, Kyle little ones, big ones, fucking old ones, young ones. It's your Christian duties talking about human beings, Native Americans. Who cut down all the sequoias? Who cut down all the redwoods? That great place. The fall to equivalency, San Francisco. Mommy told me that's smart. So look at this. They call themselves Mothers for Nuclear. Go to the website, SFGate. Try to register for a comment on SFGate. You go through I've never seen anything like this. They want your mother's maiden name. For real. Talk to Dr. Scheer. He'll tell you the whole thing. Google, freaking, I mean, the whole NSA cabal right there. On Balco, about what's that? Hello. The San Francisco Momo, I'll be down there. That's General Electric built that. The Gap, the slave owner complex. It's outrageous. It's not a coincidence they put this piece out, Mothers for Nuclear, on Mother's Day. I tried to email these girls. I'm like, just sit down and have a debate with Linda or Jane. That's all, either one of them. These are two of the most brilliant activists in the history of mankind. These women are obviously so ignorant and naive as a passive-aggressive. I'm Al Gore. Again, back, current TV. Again, the Bay Area, Al Gore. Burr's bloodlines. Dirty coal, nuclear. The nuclear, comparing coal and nuclear is like comparing cyanide and arsenic on Balco. We don't use any of it. We don't use none of it. California's producing 70% more energy than they use today, right now. It takes more energy to keep a nuclear reactor standing off in Diablo Canyon going, and even with standing off and shut down, than they produce. How's that possible? What's a spent fuel pool? What's nuclear waste? It's there. What's Price Anderson? Who's Kamala Harris lets them off the... Who's Peavy writing freaking hand things with Cherry? $1 billion exploitation. Livermore's grandson right to my face. He says, Kevin, I can prove just San Onofre alone's looted $50 billion. I could prove it in the hearings. I know all these people personally. Personally. I knew Gottman personally. I know Lermonet. I know Dr. Scheer personally. I mean, wake up, educate yourself. I'll tell you how bad it is. So Belofonti, TVA, Crutch, and I don't mean Charles Crutch. Who's that? So, that Knoxville guy, Tennessee, TVA. That's you. That's your money. So, Belofonti, the reactor nightmare, $6 billion. $6 billion they put into this cash cow. And really, I could prove that it's more like $60 billion. They just loot and rob. They're not public utilities. You pay for them. You freaking build them. Price Anderson, you assume all the liability. They just park this broken car off the side of the freaking street. So they come out, your money. Throw their hands up. Well, there's no need for, the country's producing. The United States is producing so much energy for solar because consumption's gone like this. Because everybody changed their light bulbs, class. Go do it. So my brother built this big, huge barn. I says, just put the little teeny batteries and just put 5 solar panels with the little teeny batteries. He says, the state wants 16,000 to hook in the grid. I says, that's a scam. Ask freaking, Elon Musk in Nevada as they block from coming into the grid. I was at Diablo Canyon when the incredible freaking biggest solar farm in the world went on in the Mojave. On Valentine's Day. Blue Hearts I was with Jane. I was with Linda. The most incredible. These girls are obviously just the false equivalency, ignorant Bay Area, California. Mommy said I was smart. Gone. Hypocrites on Balco that are gone. False equivalency. Or they're being paid. This is an obvious PR machine. Obvious. Which we know they're being run out of San Francisco. Al Gore raped not one. Attempted rape not one but 2. Ask Tipper. Ask Gavin. Gavin says I'm going to bring charges. One girl besides therapist comes forward. Says he tried to rape me. Push it up. Everybody's like... A few months later, another one comes forward. Gavin says, I don't care who he is. We're going after this guy. Clean. Freaking false equivalency. Pandora's Promise, the biggest scam that ever freaking walked. This PR machine shoved out because they got all the money. They got all the players. It's us. We have to counter. Us small grassrooters full of AML leukemia. I was given 2 months to live in October of 2011. 2 months to live. But I fight back intensely. Look, I'm going to fight back. Look. We need you women to counter this. This is outrageous. Jane, I want to know people to know Mothers for Peace are all elderly now. This is isn't that what they do? They attack Dana in a wheelchair. They attack me, legally handicapped, for all these years. They went after me like, anybody else that ever happened to? Oh, no, they can do anything to us because we tell the truth. We fight this greatest, evilest freaking empire in the history of mankind is nuclearism. It's all nuclear. Here's the Pacific Ocean dying right in your face. Oh, freaking global warming. What? 410 reactors boiling the water? Go put your pan on the stove, kids. Kids, you know how much water goes into Diablo, San Onofre, every one of these reactors? What's Turkey Point poisoning you? Who's going to pay for it? You. What's freaking India Point? I have a whistleblower inside India Point who's been in the spent fuel pools for 40 years. He says they're freaking been linking in the Hudson all the time. The NRC's corrupt. They lay off people from the NRC now. They're cutting back. More poison. They raised the legal limits, Gina McCarthy. Barack Obama, what's BP? What's Flint, Michigan? Drink the water. Go back to the scene of the crime. He knew. He let it go on for how long at BP? He let it go on for eugenics on Balco. He's not African. Belofonti, the very first person that came up to me. All my activism, people used to come up to me all the time. Airports, whatever, say, oh, Kevin, I love you in the early days. For a long time. Was a young African-American male in Brooklyn. Coming out of church, right by the Barclays Center. I'm walking out, just walking down on a Sunday, going to get on the Q, my favorite train. So he walks out, Kevin Blanch. He says, yeah. He says, oh, God, I love you, and hey, Kevin's here, the older preacher guy. He says, I got to love you, Kev. He says, what great preaching you do. You're on it. Well, thank you. And I just walked on. Get on the train that morning. I'm on the train, and I'm going along on the Q because I love the Q. It goes over the bridge. It's spectacular. It's my favorite train, all the way from Coney Island all across. It's grand. And so that view is spectacular. And so I'm sitting there, and this beautiful young African-American girl, maybe in her 30s, just keeps looking over. And she finally yells, Kevin Blanch, is that you? I says, yeah, that's me. She comes running over and she says, can I kiss you? I says, I think I'm a little old for you. And she says, I want to have your baby. I says, I have grandchildren. I'm a little old for that. I'm not. She says, I love you. I got to tell you, my mom loves you. You call it like it is. We've lost it. So, Patrick, as we did that beautiful work at the Enola Gay Hangar in, Nirvana, we go all the way back. Lead Belly, we go all those great, incredible African-American poems that were freaking hijacked. Belafonte. Belafonte's closing now. They sold it for 99. You ate 99 cents on the dollar. They sold it for less than 1%. Because the shakedown's over. Fuck you. Here, go fuck yourself, they say. We're not using it. That's all of them. That's all. And everybody says, oh, they're going down because of the economics. If it was the economics, they would all went down 20, 30 years ago. They're going down because they know the activists got the heat on them. And we know the corruption, and we're exposing them. Just like Energy Solutions right here. They don't fuck out of here. They headquartered in Salt Lake, go from $35 a share to delisted by the New York Stock Exchange. This corrupt Harry Reid, they're all about monetization. So here we go back to the Caribbean. Get the banana, 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, freaking son, as I'm on my knees cutting the sugar cane. Patrick and I'll be redoing this. We got this beautiful violinist now. Wait till you see our new violinist. Born and raised in Alaska, classical violinist, traveled the whole world. But she's serving freaking coffee at a free coffee house. Now, she's going to do some work with us, and I'm hoping, because they abuse those beautiful backup singers, the rock and roll. Stairway to Heaven, Kevin, there's no Stairway to Heaven. They stole that from Danny, California. It's unarguable. Fucking Taurus, that suit's going on right now. They steal all the lyrics. Look what they did to fucking Prince. Now, they go to Prince, here's a pill. What the fuck? This guy shows up and just gives him a pill? What the fuck? Rick Simpson, fucking snake oil salesman on Balco? What are they doing? So, look how they exploited those beautiful bands. No, great music. They would just call it, it's those backup singers. Those beautiful gospel singers. That's from the soul. That's the passion. That's the African-American plight. Not Barack Obama. Barack Obama's father, a polygamist in Africa, whose great-grandparents were slave owners. Look it up. Timbuktu. He has nothing. We've been had the false equivalency in the Bay Area. They do this on Mother Peace. This is a direct spit. Right? An elderly, incredible woman. Do you know who Linda is? Go back to Kent State. That's her. That's her. These are incredible freaking women. I've been at Diablo. They go at it. We're at the public hearing at Diablo Canyon. You'd think it'd be packed house, huh? It's Jane and I. That's it. That's it. And I live here. Where? I live where? San Onofre. Our great freaking few. They're afraid of us because we expose them. Our grassroots group of activists. We need you women to stand up. These women are either misguided or this is look like just like in Calgary, the whole Palco gig, the whole gig in Canada. Those are paid PR machines. Edelman. I'll write a book about it and just prove this incredible fraud. They try to set us up. That's what they're trying to do. They attack us. It's unbelievable. They set this out on Mother's Day. We don't use any of this shit. Nuclear waste all over the fucking place. Economics a catastrophe. Read what they said. What's nuclear waste? What's a uranium mine? Clean? Fuck Al Gore, are you crazy? It's fucking 10,000 times dirtier than fucking carbon. And just like they say, Hanford's worse than Fukushima. No, it's not. Hanford's horrible. It's horrific. It just proves the nightmare of nuclear. But it's no Fukushima. Fucking more wells have washed up dead on the coast of California in the last fucking 2 years than in the previous 100. Think about the California and the Bay Area. Who cut down all the redwoods? Who cut down all the sequoias? Who fucking poisoned the bay? Just threw fucking barrels in there? What's Marin County cancer epidemic? What's the fucking cancer epidemic at Point Reyes? I was there too. Underneath the Golden Gates, the dog walkers chasing that was there too. Fucking chasing the fucking federally protected fucking birds. I have videos of with fucking prisoners mowing the fucking federal protected classes to put up the MoMA sculpture. I got videos of all this. Document as Patrick and I stood out there and did that fucking incredible piece at the Enola Gay Hangar. Andy Warhol's 86th birthday on 68th anniversary. Iconic. I'll tell you why it's so iconic. The fence is gone now. We hang our art on the fence. The fence is gone. He's a beautiful guitar player. We need some of you African American females to join up with us, and I'm going to start doing this. We're going to do this more. I'm headed to California. He's in Chico now. And hopefully we get that beautiful violinist with us. But we need you young, strong. Well, I don't care if you're young. We need you. We need you, the African American community. We need those beautiful African, because they're the only ones. Because look, these players are running down the field with fucking executed fucking dreads from Chinese prisoners. They're not going to do it. You could be the next King James. Here, put on your slave fucking new shoes. Fucking, I know Damian Lillard. Fucking, from our university. It's outrageous. None of them will fucking stand up for their people. We need you women. And we'll have you sing. I want to redo these Belofonte Beautiful, and there's no copyright on those. Those are just like fucking Black Girl, Nirvana. You know, I love in bloom. Nature is a whore. You know, look who fucking Courtney Love is. I know her, too, from New York. I can tell you how crazy she is. Oh, I can't get it. Look at Berkeley again. They captured the agricultural college. Ask Lauren Monet. Ask fucking, Dr. Scheer. Ask fucking all these people. I know these people personally. This is the fucking biggest fucking rip-off shakedown in human history. We don't use any of this shit. Solar took the field a long time ago. Fucking consumption way down. It's a cash cow. It's thieving you. It's eugenics. They're killing you. Fuck, hello. These false equipment in my city by the fucking bay. It's disgusting. San Francisco hates the environment more than any humans in the history of mankind. It's an unarguable fact. Fucking the sea dying right in fucking... The emperor has no fucking clothes. Fucking outrageous they put this out on Mother's Day. I love you, Mothers for Peace. I have my... Hey, hang on. I want to get this. I don't know where I put it. Hang in there. If the camera cuts me off, I'll shoot another one. I buried those on Ocean Beach and made them look like sea turtles, in 2014, with Mothers for Peace. This is a disgrace they spit in those incredible, freaking beautiful women's activists. Obama, what he's done. All of it. It's absolute disgrace. Not me. As I was in the hospital, let me check this camera, see if we're still rolling. I think we're done. I'll shoot another one.